I want to talk about something real quick. And sometimes I wonder if narcissist is the new word for incubus or a succubus. And it don't always have to deal with relationships, but a lot of times when people deal with these energies, whether it's a female or a male, it seems like the new term is called a narcissist. But they seem to suck your energy and drain you the same way as a doggone incubus or succubus will. I don't feel like it always has to be about sex because I think media and the way it's been portrayed in just the spiritual world, I think they just portrayed it as a very sexy type of woman or man, or it's just always sexual, luring somebody, But I feel like a succubus or incubus is somebody who always is needy too and always get what they want, right? They can always talk themselves talk away. They're smooth talkers, and they always know how to get what they want some kind of way. And it's almost like a lot of times they're unreciprocal. I mean, when I talk to people about, these are just ladies I've dealt with and not been in a relationship with. I'm just talking about like maybe on the job or some spiritual stuff going on. And the person described that as a succubus, but those women are narcissists too. Because they don't care what they do to anybody else. They're going to get what they want, and they're going to do whatever they want to have to do to get what they want. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with going after what you want. But see, the difference with the thing with the narcissist, or what I would call a succubus or incubus, is that they want to control people to do whatever they want them to do. They don't want other people to have free will to say no. They want to be able to control your will. Okay? There's kind of a difference. The only time I see things need to be under control is if they are attacking you, or something like that. Or people do things to manifest certain things, purposely manifest certain things in their world. Like if you want to manifest more supportive people or something like that, and then you work on doing that, then you just have people that come into your life, things like that. But just to purposely try to suck somebody in, lure somebody in, and sweet talk them to get them to see things the way you want them to see them, and always get people to feel some kind of sympathy for you, or to act like you're always in need, or and they come off so nice, so sweet. I'm talking about females and men too, but I see a lot of females. This is the succubus though. I see a lot of females like this. There's a lot of men like that too, but I see a lot of females. And they come off just so, sweet, and just sometimes they want to act like they grateful until they get used to you. And then once they get used to you, then it's like the mask is coming off, and they're going to treat you like crap, I guess. They're going to treat you like they truly are, and like the nasty entity that they truly are. But in the incubus, I know a man like that. I've seen a man like that too. He gets what he wants. He gets what he wants, and he will talk you down until he gets what he wants. And if he don't get what he wants from you, it's going to be consequences. I mean, literally, this guy will go far to get what he wants, and he gets everything that he wants. And he has a way of talking to people that can convince them that he's right about whatever he does. He has a way of talking to people and convincing them that he's right. I mean, you got to be careful having a conversation with people like that, because they are extremely manipulative. So when I come across these people, for me, it's not always about a relationship. You can be affected by these people. Sometimes I feel like you're the worst affected by people like that. Like somebody left a comment under one of my videos. Sometimes I feel like you're the worst affected by that if you've been married to them and you have children by them, and you got to deal with all that crap from them, because they can be very, very evil. They can be very vindictive, nasty. They can just be hell. Okay? Complete hell. And so Yeah, it can be a lot worse when you're in a relationship, especially if you have been in a marriage or you have children by them, and you, like they talked about, a business partnership, stuff like that. That when it doesn't work out, when you wake up from what they've been doing and the lies they've been telling, now you got to figure out how everything's going to be split, how you're going to get what belongs to you, and then you got to deal with them being slick, and because they all only thing they do is lie, so they're going to lie on you every chance they get to make sure you don't get nothing, because that's how they are. They're gonna lie to make sure you get nothing. They just want to see you suffer. Like entities like that, they like to see folks suffer. They like to suck as much as energy as they can from you. But see, my encounter with them is not. It don't for me. It's not about sex and it's not about relationship. I get affected by them, not as bad as somebody who's been married to them, but I get affected by them when I have to work around them. When I have to do anything, I have to come into contact with them every day. It's terrible. And it's terrible. And you know what? It's not even, sometimes it's about who they like and who they don't like. But you know, honestly, these people are so freaking self-centered, they don't even care about the people they do like. Because one person I'm thinking about is people I see that she might be friends with, but she don't. These people that she friends with, when I get to know them, when I get the, you know, the longer I've been at this particular place, they start talking about her. So it's like she is not loyal to anybody. Like, they have no loyalty to anybody but themselves. That's it. But themselves. They come off as a friend. They come because they know how to use words very well. That's the succubus. Because I come across these succubuses too much. And they not trying to come on to me and all that stuff. See, because I haven't been in a relationship in a long time and I don't want to be in one, that I don't come into contact with a succubus or incubus when it's in a relationship, because I don't even feel like dating. I don't want to deal with none of it because there's too much of that going on that I don't even want to, you know. I feel like life has its own troubles, but when you into a relationship where your heart is involved, that gets messed up right there. Not only, you know, you can deal with a broken heart, okay, you can work on getting over that. But then if it gets more complicated, like a family and a marriage, that just makes it, it's hard to get out of bed every morning. You know, it might be hard to get out of bed every morning. But anyway, yeah, so I was just saying that, so I'm calling them succubus and incubus because when the more and more I think about these people that's called narcissists and the behavior, it sounds like a succubus and an incubus. That's what it sounds like. It don't always have to be no spiritual rapes, because a lot of times people say, well, you have an incubus attached to you. And a lot of times, like, incubus attached to you or something like that, it's like that you have a hard time finding a mate. You have a hard time getting into meaningful relationships and stuff. So they call that a spiritual marriage. So in the spiritual world, that's like some kind of spiritual marriage to an incubus spirit, like through some kind of molestation, or you had sex with somebody with, or it could be succubus. You had sex with somebody with that kind of spirit on them. And that could very well be that something happened. You could have, you know, to keep attracting that kind of energy, even if you're not even in a relationship with them. Because, see, that's something that that's something that happened to me as a little girl, you know, and sometimes something happens to you, and that spirit sometimes does attach to you, and then you might try to figure out why you are attracting these kind of people. But it's always, it seems like in me, it's always about seduction, whether it's incubus or succubus. It's always, and it is seduction, but you don't have to have sex with them. Because it seems like media keeps making it seem like it's always about sex. You know, and they're always attractive and seductive. No, you can be 300 pounds. He can be a lady 300 pounds. And if you know how to talk a good game, you know how to talk a good game to get what you want. And they make it seem like you got to always look all skinny and, you know, perfect model size. No. Sometimes these people are not always the most attractive folks in the world, but they just know how to get what they want. And there's something about them that gets what they want. I've seen that I've seen that in brown women. I've seen that in Asian women. I've seen that in Caucasian. I've seen that in a lot of people. In the incubus, I've seen that in men. No matter what he look like, you can have a very attractive man, and you can have a man that's not that attractive, but it's something about him. He knows how to say the right things to get what he want. And he don't have to have sex with you, because he's like that with a man too, or a woman. See, those spirits is beyond sex. It's about them knowing how to control. It's like they've gone past your critical thinking. It's like that kind of spirit. They go beyond your critical thinking. It's almost like you have to have strong spiritual discernment with them, because they literally go beyond your critical thinking, because they know how to say the right things. And so with them people, you have to have like spiritual discernment with them, but it got to be strong. And it's almost like a lot of us, I'm gonna tell you something, a lot of us have spiritual discernment. We have an issue with giving people the benefit of the doubt. In my case, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna say I used to have it, because I'm at the point I finally just listen to it. The minute I feel something wrong, I just listen to it, because I done been through too much hell. Not listening to myself has got me in such a bad situation, and I mean bad. So at this point, the minute I feel something, I like, well, you know what? I've never in my life been wrong. I've never been wrong. So I'm not giving nobody the benefit of the doubt anymore, because you know what? Every time I give somebody the benefit of the doubt, I end up right, because I've never been wrong. Never been wrong. Okay, so, and it's not even, sometimes I feel something funny about them. You know, when you're an empath, you can feel something funny about their energy. But you know, it's beyond their energy. It's because you never know what some people could be sick, some people could be having a bad day. You know, you never know what's going on with folks, and their energy could be messed up that day. You know, I actually kind of see who they are in the spiritual realm. I see a different being. I see what they look like in the fake world. You know, what the matrix brain wants us to see. I see what they look like as a human. You know, we see what the matrix brain want us to see. But when I see them outside of the physical, I see them look like something else. Sometimes their eyes can be completely black. They can look like, you know, I see them look all kind of ways, and I can tell it's them, because I can still identify their energy. That, oh, that's them, even though they look different. Okay, so I see them like that, and, you know, because you just come across somebody, and they might have, people can come across me, and I might have bad energy on me, because I done dealt with so much with spiritual warfare that they might send some bad energy on me. That don't mean I'm gonna do bad stuff to people, but they might send some stuff on me because of the warfare that I have to keep dealing with. So I don't always want to just go by, oh, somebody got some bad energy, because people got some good and bad days. I mean, some people are constant warfare, so I don't always want to just go by that. That's a good thing to go by, though. But you never know what kind of, you know, because of my situations and stuff, I always look at the energy on them too, that it don't fit right with me. Sometimes some people's energy just don't work for me. That doesn't mean they're a low down person. It's just that their energy don't work for me. Like, we are not a good match. Okay, but that succubus and that incubus, it's almost like they try to mask themselves so well. And those succubus and incubus spirits, I just right away, I just tell they're fake. Even when they try to be spiritual, I can tell they're fake. I can tell they're fake. Okay? I saw somebody like that, Caucasian lady. Tell she's spiritual. Oh, we're spiritual beings having a human experience and this and that, and she knows about the world and the matrix but see, I can tell that she is not real. I can tell that she's not real. You know, something fake about her. And those people know how to say the right things. It's like they use words to manipulate. Right? But women, like some people like that, they have been victims themselves of other narcissists. And because it depends on how you handle your experience, because then they'll turn around and victimize somebody else. So it also depends on how you handle your experience. But anyway, I just want to briefly talk about that, and I'll talk later.